uncover.
Perfect way to start the season. Sad the whole Grantland Rice was out there and Damon Rugman. We're still in these studs. Anyway, what a way to start two teams. So come out here and maybe no surprise this defensive start. But Green Bay, of course, with Mike.
All right, cool. We're online on YouTube.
It's good, finally. Got Patterson in the slot. Oh my.
A lot of contact there when he threw the flag.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're live on both YouTube and Twitch. What's going on, everybody? We're having some technical difficulties today, so I won't be on the cam, but I'm here.
For a cam girl, you sure... I couldn't even get that out.
You couldn't, but you tried. I appreciate the attempt.
There we go. Bears defense looks real for real, everyone. Not that we didn't doubt him, but holy. Adam Shaheen with a reception. Yeah, sorry about how long this took. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. Big Rye was busy camming, strumming the old banjo. He's off camera, so he decided to put me on camera, which I don't understand, because if you had to look at both of us right now, I think he's more appealing of a choice.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, like, this is the draft we got for looks right now. Holy.
Good run from Montgomery.
This is a fantastic run by David Montgomery.
Well, Martinez just overran it.
Oh, this is going to be intercepted. Nope. Ooh, there's a tip ball, and I thought Tramon Williams was going to come down with him, but nope.
We have Jair Alexander rated as a 77. He's listed as their best cornerback, ahead of Kevin King, Tony Brown, and Tramon Williams.
Allen Robinson was wide open on that play. I haven't been impressed at all with Mitchell Trubisky, at least his throwing and reading ability. But you know, Montgomery has kind of a bell running style a little bit.
Yeah. It hasn't worked out that well for him so far.
I think he's played fine.
Collinsworth was saying that he's been the real kickstarter of the offense, and I don't know.
I don't think anything's been kickstarted in this game.
No.
Bears defense has only allowed a
been
first down. I guess that's it. I don't even know if they have let a first down in. Through, rather. Just commercials. I don't know how to fill the dead air here.
Fills you up. Made with 100% whole grain and very high in fiber. It's big food for big days.
We have a small play on the Bears, and it's proving to be a push right now.
Isn't it funny how a company named Fresh Slice always has disgusting pizza?
Yeah. I didn't have too many options at that point.
I appreciate it, thank you. Good
Nice job in the
Trubisky.
pocket, and that was Trubisky just made the most brutal throw. Holy.
20 is Kevin King making a good play on the ball, but Trubisky did a really good job inside the pocket to evade the pressure. Really good awareness in the pocket, but then throwing back against the grain, against his body.
He could have ran for that.
Yeah, he could have. Just a bad decision.
Yeah, but like he was, he's matured. He's just, I don't know.
It hasn't. That's obvious.
Yeah,
They can say all they want. When you watch the games, it doesn't lie.
yeah. Like that's just a bad pick any way you slice it. Like a bad decision, just really bad. I'm gonna keep my feelings about Trubisky the same way. There are more commercials in this game than I remember.
It's funny because Trubisky's like the only thing holding this team back.
Yeah.
And it shows here. We have Trubisky rated at 72. Then they've got Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, Mike Davis, which is, let's say, an average group of running backs. They have a slightly above, pretty much average receivers as well, maybe slightly below
It's
average.
average to below average.
Trey Burton is a good tight end, but he's not on the field. And then offensive line is good. But their offense still only 21st. Whereas their defense is the number one rated defense, as you can see.
For us
by
at
the sheet.
least, and I think for many others too.
But Green Bay's offense is on the field. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, one of the best players in football.
He looks
We'll
terrible
see.
too, probably the best. They had to take a timeout, man. They look bad, man. Packers offense.
Yeah, they just look unorganized.
Disorganized.
They've got a new head coach. I forget who it is.
It's Matt LaFleur, former offensive coordinator of both the Rams and the Titans.
Yeah, just they do not look ready for this. And to be fair, the defense is always going to have the advantage at the start of the season, like especially in these early games. And we'll see how this goes. Like when we get into the second half and the defenses are a little bit not quite as fresh, we'll see if they can keep up this dominance. Chuck Pagano must be loving having this roster.
Yeah, having so much talent on this side of the ball.
Oh, it's the first time.
This is a
Rodgers
bomb
has
from
had
Rodgers.
time.
It's going to be caught.
Yeah.
And it is. Valdez Scantling.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 70 overall on our ratings. But he had so much time to make that throw. Prince of Nakamura. tried to stay
Amukamara.
with him. Shows you what the difference is between Rodgers and Trubisky just with the throw like that.
Another PA. Should get the tight end here. That was
That's
Old
89
legend.
Mercedes Lewis.
old legend Mercedes Lewis. He looks huge, man.
Great read here by Aaron Rodgers. This safety comes out, that safety goes that way, so there was nobody center field. And Aaron Rodgers, as he can do when he sees it, here it goes. Perfectly thrown.
Like, the Bears could have ran away with this game already.
Excellent play. Adams does a good job to stay on his feet, get about an extra 6-7 yards. And this just reiterates what I just said, is that if they can get a couple plays, string them together, and get Chicago's defense tired, like this game all of a sudden just changed. Like Green Bay's going to probably punch this in, barring a mistake. Oh, there's a mistake.
And
it's
that's a touchdown to Jimmy Graham.
Wow. Interesting. Well, Green Bay takes the lead. Up 6-3, barring an extra point. But that game flipped real fast. Chicago's got to answer.
Oh, they weren't. Holy. What a weird throw, man. That's because he had position on, who's that, Raphael Bush?
Yeah. And we don't even have Raphael Bush as one of the 7 guys in the secondary that we thought would have playing time. So that could have been just a substitution because guys were tired.
Raphael Bush has a lot of NFL experience, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's Dion Bush.
That's probably why.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's a 4th-year player.
I don't
4th
know.
round pick in 2016.
Yeah, Raphael Bush isn't playing anymore.
Well, that's good for fantasy, I believe, right? You have Rodgers in the league.
Of all the guys that work at Lowe's, I can't believe it picked a guy with a goatee and a ponytail.
I can.
Installation's a total snap. But if you prefer to kick back and relax, we offer start to finish installation service. Save 15% when you spend $100 or more and 20% on $450 or more. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Hockey back in 4 weeks. The puck drops on a new NHL season Wednesday night hockey October 2nd on NBC. This is Chicago, a great hockey town. And Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves both here tonight. A couple of guys
Like this Packers offense, I mean, they had one good drive, but this Bears offense, ugh.
Like he's shot out of a cannon down the field. You know, Al, the biggest thing is now they do a little fake reverse the whole thing, and Rodgers gets a chance to survey the field. And
His ball wasn't even. This wasn't even a well thrown ball. The one that went to Valdez Scantling.
But it didn't need to be because of the coverage.
Yeah.
Because he just threw it to space and let him make the play.
Yeah.
Whereas Trubisky had a very, very similar opportunity with Cordarrelle on that third down. But because he was running away from him and Cordarrelle's running the other way, there's some... There you go.
Oh, what a
Great
catch!
by Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson with, whew, what a catch. Coverage was good too. It was a back shoulder throw.
Taking advantage of cornerback Tony Brown, who I'm not sure if he's a rookie or if he is a young player.
We
He
can just
doesn't have a lot
look.
of experience.
Yeah, he's a UDFA rookie.
So a guy who's worked hard to make the team. Covering Allen Robinson one-on-one there on the outside, but gets taken advantage of. Good throw by Trubisky.
They're not getting much separations from the corners.
But that's kind of using your receivers in. Like, that's Taylor Gabriel should be making that route, not Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
That last route was perfect for Allen Robinson to be able to make the catch over the top. Kind of like Michael Crabtree, where he's just using his size to...
You want Gabriel to run a drag.
Yeah.
Or even Cohen. Doesn't
Yep.
matter. Yeah, I have questions about this offense. That
Nice
was
play.
awesome.
That was excellent from Trubisky because he hard counted. They jumped. He saw something he liked. He changed the play at the line. He hits Cohen for 9 yards.
That was a vicious sidearm. I gotta be honest. That pass was nice. It was confidently thrown too.
That was perfect.
That
That
was
was really good.
So well done.
We're going to get a 3rd and 1 here from the Bears.
They should just go for it twice. I like over the left guard here. Oh, they have Cordarrelle Patterson doing it. And he is more than stuffed. But there's a flag down, and I'm wondering what that's about. Could be offside.
Now, there's Adrian Amos making the play. Ex-Bear. It's kind of interesting. They actually essentially traded safeties between Adrian Amos and HaHa Clinton Dix. That's a terrible way for this drive to end for the Bears.
Oh, man. Kenny Clark owned him. They should do some fake here, and they don't. It's a great
Excellent.
punt, though.
What's that, the 2 or the 3 yard line?
3, 4.
It does. Please tell me he's tracking this. It does. I need a yoga class. Nice. My sleep score is 82.
Does it know if we're gonna have a second date?
You don't know that.
Introducing the plant-based Flight Life Burger at Harvey's. Made the way all great burgers should be. Canadian made, flame grilled, and topped the way you want it for an incredible taste. Surprise yourself with the plant-based Flight Life Burger at Harvey's. It's a beautiful...
What's going on, Gavin? How are you tonight?
Hello, GT. Oh, yeah. I'm into the Braves. You're missing some Big Rye filling his grotesque mouth with pizza.
Hell yeah, brother. Gap.
Jeez.
I like how you look straight into the microphone when you cough. It's always good for the viewers at home.
To hear me coughing, yeah.
It'd be really tough to look left or right instead of coughing directly into
Well, it's coughing into the cup.
Perfect.
When it's you, I can't turn my neck this way. You've obviously seen that.
We're doing well, Gavin. Just watching the game. Excited that football's back. Upset that there's so many commercials.
Yeah.
Got money on the game, so that's nice.
Losing currently. Need like a defensive touchdown. It feels that kind type of game.
Possibly. We'll see if Green Bay can sustain what they did last drive into this drive. It's going to be tough when they're starting from their 2 or 3 yard line.
Jamal Williams in. Aaron Jones' usage seems to be a little bit low.
This is Packer-esque, though. They tried running the ball at the start of the game. They couldn't do it, and it's Aaron Rodgers or bust for them.
And Williams is a far better pass blocker. Yeah. We've been kind of trashing Trubisky a bit, but I mean, come on. Like, he's just not... Big Rye said it best. He's holding this team back. He's not that good. Defense is awesome. O-line's decent. Like, come on. You know?
And we got the Bears -3 tonight, so we're cheering for the Bears. We're big Bears fans tonight.
Yeah, tonight. What a play. What is he doing?
That was a good job by Fuller.
But why did Valdez-Scantling try and...
Got the first down.
Yeah, he should make you nervous. We can both agree. He's not very good. Like,
Well, there's flashes. What you don't get with Trubisky is consistency. And that's the problem, right? Like, this is a team that could use a consistent quarterback because they're so good everywhere else.
yeah, we can't believe that pass either. I just don't think he's good. I think he's below average. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of other guys I'd rather have. I'd rather have Teddy Bridgewater, I think.
Yeah, I would too.
Like, and that's not even, like, that's like an attainable guy to get. It's just the problem is you have to swallow your pride because it's a guy you traded all this stuff for.
What's going on, Jake? How you doing tonight? Finally, football that actually counts.
Yeah,
That's how we
yeah.
feel. Gavin says, I've seen Trubisky be great and be trash in the same
We
game."
couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's just play to play. You don't know what you're going to get.
It's just bad. It's bad.
The one thing we don't give enough credit for is how good he is on the ground, though. Running the ball, and even inside the pocket, he can make really good decisions.
Yeah.
It's
That. Roy Robertson Harris is probably the best player on defense so far. It's just crazy to say.
It's impressive if they can add another guy to this defensive line that can
It's-
take advantage of.
He's getting it easy though because they have so many other guys though, like that they have to give attention to.
Well,
So
David Bakhtiari just passed him up and went to the second level before even touching him. So we got a free reign at the running back.
yeah, Teddy would be more stable or more steady. That's the thing. He's just a winner.
3rd and 5 for the Packers on.
This is interesting. It's like a dollar defense. It's very interesting. Oh, nice play by 59.
And they pick up the first down. Mukamara gets, I don't want to say burned again, but he was the guy who made the tackle after the catch.
The thing about cornerbacks, though, is like once you decline, you fall off a cliff. Do you know what I mean? And that might have happened. Oh, Bulaga versus Mac. That's a good one. Protection was really good in that play.
Yeah, he just had too long to throw.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron Rodgers is just settling into the game. I don't care what anybody says. You don't play in preseason. You haven't been hit yet. It's a different.
Again, the Bears have been on the field, not too much, but enough to make them a little tired.
To weaken their defense. Oh, this has got to be... What a play! Oh, my, man. What a play. When you doubt Aaron Rodgers, he'll give you reasons not to. That was unreal, man. There was no way to get the ball out except that. That was the only way. Excuse me? How, man? He had everybody on him.
I'm more surprised that 24 didn't make that tackle.
I know, but, like, holy, was that good.
Buster screen with the missed tackle there on Jamal Williams.
Doesn't surprise us. That's a bad matchup tackle-wise. I got to give Jamal Williams credit to even get that much.
Yeah.
Hicks looks like he's all lined up offside, but... They're rushing a corner. They got him.
There they go. It's almost like they have to take plays off and just make it happen when it counts. And that 3rd and 6, they made it count. Akeem Hicks is coming off the field celebrating. I didn't
And
see
rightfully
exactly
so.
who got him. Most likely Hicks. He was lined up over the right guard.
Oh, Williams did a good job blocking, though. Jamal Williams might be the best pass-blocking running back in the league, and it shows. This is, if they're down in games, man, Aaron Jones isn't going to play. Oh! Oh, I thought there was going to be a block punt. Oh, Cohen, really? The thing is, this Bears offense, man, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, they're very, very good. They just need to go out and execute these plays.
Let's go back to that first play where Cohen fumbled. I wouldn't mind a play ran like that again. You know?
Well, that's what you usually get with the Bears is creativity. Like, usually you get one drive a game where they just score because of the creativity.
It's very Andy Reid-like. I just don't think that... Andy Reid's disciples, I feel, are a bit like Belichick, even though Peterson's one of them. I don't think they're as good as Reid. Like, they're just not...
Well,
They're just
that's
not as
saying a
creative.
lot.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they just use his B plays, and then when they ran out, they run out. You know what it's a bit like? It's a bit like the Water Boy when the Fonz, Henry Winkler's character, gets his plays stolen by the other coach. Who's the other coach's name?
Jake, we don't bet every game, but we've got the Bears -3 tonight. Usually the first game of the year, it's hard not to bet.
It's a small play, though.
It's 1 unit, 1% of the bankroll, so...
Introducing the plant-based Light Life Burger at Harvey's. Made the way all great burgers should be. Canadian made, flame grilled, and topped the way you want it for an incredible taste. Surprise yourself.
We pick every game, but we definitely don't bet every game.
No, we have to pick every game. Everyone wants our input.
Discover a world of incredible casino games with over 300 high-quality online slot games, including the world-renowned Progressive slot Mega Roulette. Play for free at jackpotcity.net and get treated as a VIP 24/7. So visit jackpotcity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. Jackpot City Casino, a whole world of casino games.
Fat Guy, what's your most confident bet this weekend? I know what mine is.
That's
There's two that come to mind for me, and it's Carolina +3,
we like Carolina.
and I like the Arizona money line.
Yeah, we like Arizona too. Yeah, I actually like Miami too if you can get it at 7. Believe it or not. We like the Jets too.
Yeah.
If you can get the Raiders +3, that'd be a good one too. Robinson looks more active than I remember last year, which is good.
Well, he's got. Is this his second year back or third year back from that ACL tear?
Second,
So that second year is always a nice jump for players.
usually.
That first year is always tough. The second year is where players tend to kind of level out as to where they were before the injury.
Oh, Gavin, we like Jacksonville as well.
Yeah.
That's another one. Those are all the plays that we're gonna make this weekend.
So there's a creative play call, 2nd and 1, gets him that first down, compared to running a wide receiver up the middle on the last.
I don't mind that they use Patterson. He could jump the line. He was a good running back for New England, believe it or not.
What's his strengths though? It's not running through the A gap.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess they were thinking about somehow jumping over the line.
Nope.
There's a hold on the Bears here for sure. Ugh. Can anyone answer this? Any of the audience? First of all, I want to ask, does anyone know why they put that tarp down that everyone slips on? And, yeah, we're going to be doing a t-shirt every week for the winner. It'll have your username on it and that kind of thing. It's if you win the contest.
So it's weekly, Jake.
Season long, we might throw something in. I can't. That hasn't been discussed. It has been weekly though, and we're tracking the leaderboard, so I'm sure we can figure something out. Snap it. There we go. Ugh. That's brutal.
Trubisky for no gain.
Yeah.
Well, for Mitch Trubisky, he just got introduced to the newest member of the Green Bay Packers, Zadarius Smith, and he had 8.5 sacks a year ago with Baltimore. And these two outside linebackers have been really good so far in the first half. Zadarius Smith is a guy with sort of elite quickness. I think he's going to be much more the pass rush threat than will the guy on the other side, Preston Smith.
Smith popped him right in the face. Bobby Massey.
Cohen's still a vital part of this offense.
Yeah, he's gonna play like a lot of snaps.
Oh.
You can see it already. We talked about those quiet feet, and watch him. This is much calmer.
They're putting a lot of focus on Trubisky's footwork. What are they saying about it?
I've just been saying that he's a lot calmer, but I mean, what's the difference if your decision making is poor?
Yeah. Third and 14.
They're gonna get it. No. The camera angle fooled me. Darnell Savage, rookie first round pick out of Maryland for the Packers. Break that one up. Now, you know what? You're kind of asking for it here. It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. You essentially got a 2-minute drill for Aaron Rodgers. That was a brutal decision when you see the behind camera. Oh my. Allen Robinson had to do something so that wasn't intercepted. Patterson got there right away. That felt like a flag on Patterson, but he didn't touch him.
36-yard line. Patterson tried to upset Davis.
Yeah, Jake. Enter each week. There's a chance you can win. This first week's probably going to be your best chance. There's about, I want to say, 40 people so far. Gallon said Allen Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. That was a good one, Gavin.
Take one of those 11 players out. They played both ways, 60 minutes, offense and defense, and they loved the game. That's what made the great game that it is today.
Lombardi and Hallis.
Kind of gives you chills just listening to it, doesn't it? Sort of like our outfits tonight.
Jones didn't have his balance that entire run.
Yeah.
yeah, Gavin. Let's give him credit. Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. That was. Yeah. It wasn't that Savage broke up the pass. It's Robinson broke up the interception.
Almost Family premieres October 2nd, only on CTV.
Discover a world of betting at Spin
We're watching Canadian feed, so they're they're making gambling with prestigious on this commercial, which is funny because it's usually sweaty guys in a basement. Doesn't that hit home a little bit, that saying? Sweaty guys in a basement, Big Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, and it's Spin Palace too. Yeah, I want a sports book that focuses on slot machines. Yeah, the under looks good, Jake. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers get a touchdown here, though. Like, their defense just... Their Bears' defense is great, but, man, it's just a selfless job so far. I don't know what the time split is, but I feel like they've been on the field for way longer.
Well, Packers haven't sustained any drives other than their score, and that was in a minute 40.
Yeah, I guess
so-
maybe it's split. Maybe I'm just noticing that because the Bears' defense is clearly making more plays. I don't know what the under was on the over-under on this game was. Feels like a 40, 44, 46.
Yeah, double check, see what it was.
But when you get to work, magic happens. The real trick is in your sleeve. We make OxyClean, you make it work. Work your magic.
Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Dr. Scholl's Specialized Pain Relief Orthotics for plantar fasciitis, lower back, and heel pain. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
47. Yeah, and there's 10.
Well, the under's on pace, but we'll see. Second half could be a lot different.
The Bears need to win. This is even though it's game one, this is a key matchup. Yeah, 46.5, you see? Yeah. Tomato on that, but yeah. Half a point makes all the difference a lot of time in sports betting, but...
All right, Mike, look forward to football night with you on Sunday night when we head to New England. Quarterback comparison there. Rodgers started out ice cold, then hot. And Trubisky 8 out of 14 for 71 yards as that Green Bay defense has done a job. This time
There's a linebacker on a tight end here. Or a wide receiver, rather. Oh. Wow, it was Screen versus Adams. That's a good matchup for Devontae Adams against
Yeah.
Buster Screen.
And Screen did enough to make sure that was an incomplete.
Roquan Swift was playing man against Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That's probably where I would look first, though, to be honest.
I'd like to see a stunt from the Bears here.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to rush a... Yeah, it looks like they're going to. Oh, here we go.
It's a
He's got-
screen.
Wow, a nice pitch to Jamal Williams. Williams has been used more and more effective. But he fits better with the passing down role purely for being a good pass blocker, really.
Jamal Williams is a good back. Geez, the flip forward, Gavin says, yeah. Rogers has got him with it twice now.
Oh, that was like a false start. This is Graham. Oh, I thought Graham was going to leap like he used to, but apparently that's not a thing.
It's only week 1. He's got a couple more weeks still
Yeah,
once he's
yeah.
injured.
Yeah. I don't think he moves quite as nicely as he did when he was on New Orleans. This is a nice drive. Yeah, get a play call off and call a timeout. Oh, what a play.
Kyle Fuller. Really good instincts on that.
Fuller has really turned the corner. When he first got drafted, we weren't all that impressed with him, but he's
No.
become one of the better corners in the league.
Last season he was excellent. So far this game he's been excellent.
He's been very good. Oh, that was awesome.
That was really good. He read Devontae Adams' body language and then just made a play on a spot and got his hands on the ball.
And he sold out on that play, too. That was
gotta-
rad.
You gotta
Nice
like
job.
that, Gavin.
Oh, man, really wide from Mac. You see, there was a weird play by Akeem Hicks. Was he trying to get him to do a false start, or did he see something?
The guard moved, so he
Did he
jumped
twitch?
up.
Did he twitch?
The funny part was how he went back to his original spot after taking like
And still
step over.
shot. And Mac went so wide on that play.
Yeah, and he almost jumped too.
I
I think that's why the guard probably jumped.
They're going for it. I love this. This is great.
Well, it's in between the 40s, so
I think they're going to get it. I wouldn't be scared of the Bears offense anyways. Yeah. That's lame.
I don't know why they don't use a timeout there, but I guess they could care less about the 5 yards.
No, 5 yards
Gavin.
5 yards is better for punting, dude.
Gavin says it. Fuller's the full package.
Yeah. He's good. There's no
A
other
couple
way
people
around it.
said that about you too.
You know, there was a time. Of course, then I turned into a ghoul. It's all that pizza and fast food. You just really let yourself go. Of course, you never had it, so what would you know?
Exactly.
Big Rye always looks like he wears Birkenstocks.
They're comfortable.
They played safe man on.
He can pick it up. Just, it's mistakes like that. Like, obviously it's not a mistake, but Cohen can pick that up and try something with that ball. The second Green Bay touches it, it's fair game to do whatever you want without any repercussions other than injury.
What if he fumbles? No, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't
The
matter.
second-
I always forget that.
The second the punting team touches the ball,
Yeah.
that ball's live
Why don't they do that and like pitch it or something?
for Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. Cohen
free.
should pick that up.
It's like I always forget that.
But he's not thinking, right? There's like 2-3 things you need to know about being a returner. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that he was going to take that to the house, but
But why it's zero?
you had a couple guys run by. A third guy kicks the ball towards him.
They do, Gavin. I was 6'6", 215, ran like the wind. Now I'm 6'6", 295. Run like the sludge. It's brutal, man. Unless it's downhill. And you'd think you'd get stronger with all this weight? Nah. No. I lift about the same weights my 7-year-old father can. It's embarrassing. Okay, maybe not that bad, but... Mind you, you haven't had to help Big Ryan move. You should see that guy in action. He can't lift a side table.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that tonight.
Am I lifting couches now today?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You get out of the way. I'll just balance it on my chin like one of those performers.
There you go. We could put a stick on there and you can juggle plates.
Yeah. Well, it's you balance plates. You don't even get it. You don't even get it.
Well, you haven't seen the new one then where they juggle them.
Where they juggle. It's chainsaws, bud. Hey, there's those drunk hillbillies that juggle chainsaws, and one guy lost his arm. I love that story. Drunk hillbillies juggling chainsaws.
Gavin said they made me gain 2. I had no control. I went up like 50 pounds.
Yeah, I know. It's brutal.
I noticed with the t-shirt sizes on the contest, there was a lot of double XL.
There were a lot of double XLs. Me included.
There's some correlation.
So two offensive gurus come in and keep the veteran defensive coordinators.
Go out of bounds. Good job.
But that again is what you were talking about. The timing of the Bears offense hasn't looked great, and that was another one that was late.
He's like a second late, but that stuff's adding up, man. A second's a long time.
Well, it's a long time for a guy like Cordarrelle Patterson to have the ball in his hands. Because that's the difference, right? Between him being able to make those
He can
reads
make-
on the field and make a play.
If you give Patterson room, it's a house call. Nice to see Patterson, though, become somewhat of a complete player. Is there a flag? Just throw it away then. Why? Why? Like, I don't...
Well, that goes back to the inconsistency
It's
with
so...
Trubisky.
He's out of the pocket. You can just throw it sideways out of bounds, man.
Yep. But he doesn't.
Jeez.
So it's a mistake.
Yeah, but how many of these... Like, it's not hard. You can get a 9-year-old playing Madden that could press R3 or whatever. Look at Robinson was open too. Oh, it's just so frustrating when you're just like these guys have the IQ of raisins, man. I'm sorry. And then this is screen.
The timing was off there too. I don't know what he was looking at to make that throw a second late, and that
They're getting booed, and I don't blame the fans. This offense looks awful so far, and believe me, the Packers have added a lot of talent on defense, but I don't see that as the reason. Like that's not the reason the Bears are bad on offense right now. So their timing, like Trubisky has just played awful, man. Holy.
Talking to the officials, wanted that timeout I think a little bit earlier, and they put 2 more seconds back on the clock. So 24 for a guy.
Yeah, here's a good example. Yeah, he tore his Achilles or whatever, and so did Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia had to make some sort of weird bunker with the water coolers. Matt Patricia has been so disappointing for me. So I thought that he would do well.
Cordarrelle made a mistake there too.
He
by
made a
not
good
letting the
point.
ball-
He should have let the ball bounce around, and he should have, because there was... It would have...
Of the Hail Mary.
If they do go to Hail Mary, the way that they like to do it is they'll have David Bakhtiari, their left tackle, kick out way wide, and the defensive end is always tempted to go inside because he gives it to him. Rodgers will spin out this way and throw it down the field.
Well, if Collinsworth knows that, don't you think that the defense would play it?
Well, couldn't you just sell out and dive the other way for a sack? Oh, there we go. There's the Graham leap. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. It didn't even take me one game to get disgusted.
Eddie Jackson, 7 seconds. So through the years, you go back, Aaron Rodgers, the king of the Hail Mary. This one was against the Lions. Thursday night back in 2015. Bingo.
like 3 Hail Marys have worked. That's so crazy. We watched all those live.
So he's done it time and again.
Well, this one will not be Hail Mary, I don't think.
Oh, they got 9 seconds. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. They're playing corners in, and that's a good idea.
But they do not have a timeout.
He's chucking it. That's not a... Jimmy Graham's a good guy to have in the Hail Mary department.
Yeah.
Putrid performance by the Bears offense. Bears defense, great job.
Want to stay up to date? Hey Siri, play football scores.
Montana's own Chicken Event is here, featuring our double-dusted chicken wings paired with ribs for just $19.99. Get your wings how you want them: spicy hot, smoky, or honey garlic sweet. Ribs and wings, just $19.99. Only at Montana.
I'm playing against Aaron Jones in one of the leagues.
So am I. He's got 0.
And Geronimo Allison in another.
You're doing okay then.
Yep.
I have Rodgers starting in the one I should win, and the Bears defense. And I only have 16 between the two. It's okay.
What's up, Big Dick Donnie? Let's go Bears. Yeah, we got the -3 tonight.
Yeah. Their offense looks brutal.
And
Defense is as advertised though.
And Jake said, love an old-fashioned, ugly defensive game.
So do we.
It's been excellent from both defenses so far. Other than the Bears getting burned on that one play action, it's been pretty
That was
dominant by the
sold really well
defenses.
though. I like how
was.
casual Aaron Rodgers was.
Well, it was the first time he actually had time to throw, and he took advantage of it.
Weird. Aaron Rodgers has time to throw and they get a 60-yard game.
Oh, it's a big deal, right? So there's a reason why he's one of the best.
He is the best.
It's big food for big days.
With no choice but to move back home after university, they thought he'd be a little more motivated to find a job. Turns out,
How about them Bears?
Wow, that's big. It's a big rectangle. A Samsung 65-inch Ultra HD TV. Acer Aspire laptop. Sonos speaker. Google Home.
Water. Under a bridge.
Are any of these the Samsung TVs?
No.
at the source, we've got tech on
Oh, that's it. Thanks.
Get expert advice on all the top tech brands.
Fat Guy, who do you think about this trade? You traded Mark Ingram for Sony Michel in a PPR league.
Well, my first instinct was I don't like the uncertainty about Sony Michel because I haven't drafted a New England running back in I don't think ever, and that's only because I don't know who they're going to play week to week. But Sony Michel is a total package, and he led the league he led the playoffs in rushing yards, and he was on the field a lot during crucial downs in their Super Bowl run. I think if this is how I'll frame it, if you think that you don't have like a clear path to winning, there's more upside in Sony Michel. But I feel like the basement of Ingram is better. So if that answers your question, so I think you're gonna be okay. There's just guys I'm worried about at running back for New England, and the odd game or two where for some reason they don't use Sony Michel. Damian Harris is an interesting guy. He might poach some goal line touches. The rookie out of Alabama. I think he's a 3rd-round pick for the Pats. I'm worried about him poaching some time from Sony Michel, but I think Michel's a good all-round player, really. James White's going to be James White. There's no question about that. Ingram's not going to get a lot of passes. That's just true.
Neither guy will.
Yeah.
James White is the dominant back there for catching balls, and then with Lamar Jackson, it's just not something they're going to be doing very often.
You're going to get a lot more catches though with Michel.
Than Ingram, yeah, but James White's going to have like 60, 70 receptions. Michel might have 20.
Yeah, that's true.
You also have Lindsey and David Johnson and Eckler. David Johnson and Eckler are 2 very good players to have for PPR. Ingram is on your bench. Well, it's nice to see you have really good depth. How many teams is that league? If I had to guess, it's an 8-team league. You got a pretty stacked group of running backs there.
If it's a 10-team league, you have the best team in the league. We would agree on that.
Yeah.
Big Ryan and I roll with 2 wide receivers each. We don't really care.
It's all about running backs.
All about having depth at running back.
Seasons of nerves. 100 seasons of weather.
Donnie, let me see if I can pull up for you.
I'm going to grab a water, guys. I'll be right back.
It's a 14-team standard league. Yeah, you're going to be just fine.
Oh my god, you're going to be fine. Holy.
So I came up with this stat this year, points above replacement. So you were wondering about Ingram versus Michel. The only thing about this is that it doesn't take into account. This isn't PPR setup. I'd have to go back and change some things to do it. But we have Sony Michel rated 17th, and we have Mark Ingram rated 27th. So the fat guy and I would much rather have Sony Michel than Mark Ingram. There's a few tacos in your league that are idiots. Yeah, I believe that. But if you have Philip Lindsay was 29th, David Johnson was 5th, Austin Eckler we have as 51st, and he's going to be increased now that Melvin Gordon isn't back. And then you also have, I believe I checked everyone. Ingram we had as 27th. But this is a 10-team league. So it's running backs are actually more valuable to have in your league, so they would actually be rated higher. So the fact that you got those 4 guys, you did an excellent job.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say there were some idiots in your league. You got way too many good picks. 14 team. You have a really strong chance of winning that league.
I had a similar one, Donnie, where I have a 16-team league, and I was able to pick up Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Sony Michel, Philip Lindsay, and Peyton Barber. So I was pretty excited about that. There's just way too much value in running backs compared to all the other positions. Lamar Jackson's your quarterback. Vance McDonald at tight end.
Oh, he has Lamar Jackson too.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's going to be a really good fantasy
He's just
player.
underrated.
It's part of the reason why we actually don't like any of the Baltimore running backs. Like Justice Hill as a receiving back, it's not going to be great because a guy like Lamar Jackson isn't looking to dump it down to any of his backs. He's just going to run on his own. Vance McDonald's a hit or miss. Like we're just going to have to wait and see how much Pittsburgh uses him but he has a lot of potential. Like he has a potential to be a top 5 tight end at the end of the year.
I'm not going to go that far. I wouldn't sign off on that. But
Well, I don't think he will, but he has the potential to.
yeah, I don't even think that could happen. He's decent.
Yeah, as a receiving back, or a receiving tight end, he's good. As an overall player, he's not very good.
No.
But I could see him putting up 10 touchdowns. It's
Yeah,
not likely,
maybe.
but he could do it.
Maybe. Yeah. I guess he could. But anyone could. I don't know. I think Evan Ingram's got a higher ceiling right now.
Oh, of course. But you're getting Vance McDonald way later than you're getting
Yeah.
Evan Ingram in
Yeah,
fantasy
I guess
draft.
that's true. Because obviously we're just talking outside the big three.
Which guy's more likely to get hurt?
I don't know.
For me, it's Ingram. Ingram
Yeah.
hasn't played through injury.
Yeah.
He's sat out with ticky-tack stuff.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. You
Not
know
that I don't think Vance McDonald's played every game either, but I think he'll be a tougher guy to play games.
But thanks to programs funded by TD through the Ready Commit
For you, it's Ingram too. What do you mean by that, Donnie?
As far as injury goes.
Yeah. With so many commercials, halftime just feels like another commercial. Yeah, Ingram doesn't push through injuries. Yeah.
I can't stand that. Like, Kiki QT's my favorite option. He's just the wimpiest guy in the league. Sean Lee's not far away either.
Treadwell, Brashad Perryman,
Yeah.
Josh Doxson.
Odell Beckham.
Yeah, Beckham hasn't been that bad, but I know what you mean. He's softer.
I wonder what position this is that we're talking about.
Yeah. Odell's just a diva. Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. Most receivers are, it seems to be. It's just a position I don't care for in the slightest.
Odell wants to play two-hand touch, but
Yeah.
his rules are strictly below the waist.
Yeah. Lucky for him, he gets to play two-hand touch with only guys.
Yeah. It'd be terrifying for him to have to play.
You can't play two-hand touch with a girl.
If Carly Lloyd gets a deal with the Bucks.
He'll be protesting, don't worry.
All right, game's back on. Prison ball.
Prison!
yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised Odell doesn't ask to get his hands under center a little bit more.
What's the going rate for
Hot.
What's the going rate? It's 2 blowjobs for a pack of cigarettes.
Pack of cigarettes? Yeah. Because the market's just crazy right now.
Eventually, we'll see it come down.
There's a good football episode of that In Living Color skit, Men on Film. Yeah, he's taking all the snaps behind the scenes. Absolutely. Yeah.
He'd actually
He
make
lines up in the front in the I formation, that's for
I
sure.
was gonna say Odell Beckham Jr. would probably be the best center in prison.
Obviously. Well, don't forget, he used to be a tight end, then he transferred to wide receiver. It took a little time for the transition period, though.
I don't know. He transitioned pretty fast the first time.
Man, Michelle Tafoya, can we get younger at the position? She looks brutal, bro. Like, come on, man. Just give me Aaron Andrews every game. Like, if you have to make more of her in a lab, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well,
I want more hot chicks.
yeah, exactly. Sorry, she's
next
gross.
week we should just do it at Hooters.
Yeah, it's fine. Get a bimbo. I don't care, man. Michelle Tafoya is gross, dude. Like, what, am I crazy?
Big Dick Donnie giving us some insight into how tight Odell Beckham is, or was.
Yeah.
Now we know where you get that nickname.
Big Rye throwing shade.
Oh.
I thought that was getting picked.
Gavin says he's got Deshaun Watson at quarterback, Saquon Barkley at running back, Dalvin Cook as his RB2, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, Greg Olsen, David Montgomery, Bills D, and Harrison Butker as a starting lineup. The Gavin, your Chicago Bears fandom definitely comes through there with Allen Robinson and David Montgomery, but you're pretty strong. That's a pretty good group of
Barkley
guys.
and Watson are pretty good for fantasy purposes.
And always like the 3 running back setup.
Yeah, same
It'd
here.
be nice for you to see Montgomery get a little more play as the season goes along. Pumps
Third
long, throws
down.
short to Mike Davis.
So wimpy, man. This offense is brutal, dude.
I'd like to see them actually do some more designed runs for Trubisky to at least like to at least throw the defense off. And Collinsworth is calling them out for the not enough creativity on the offensive side. I'd have to agree.
Well, the other thing too, I don't think this is a crowning achievement for the Packers defense. It's whatever. This isn't that hard, man. Like, this isn't good enough for professional football. It's the way the offense is playing right now. And you're really asking for it too. I'm sorry.
It's good. The defensive line has played well. And this is a good offensive line they're going up against. And it's done enough to throw off the timing, throw off Trubisky.
It's no, man. It's not good enough. There's no way.
They've made some stops on some key third downs too. It hasn't been just the Bears being bad so much as the Packers being good.
I don't know. I haven't been impressed. This offense looks abysmal to me. They're gonna have good games, obviously, but like it's gonna come at like, oh yeah, they beat Tampa Bay by 5 touchdowns or whatever last year. Big deal.
Yeah. Gavin, I'm surprised you're able to get Barkley, Dalvin Cook, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, and David Montgomery.
A-Rob's a later pick, yeah. Yeah, but he picked 3 running backs. No, he picked Evans in the 3rd round, and then he picked Montgomery in the 4th.
Yeah, Gavin says they don't have Trey Burton playing this game, which it does hurt a little bit. But.
A little bit, but come on. Like, just come on. Because you're just asking for it. Yeah, you've done a good job as well.
That's a 10-team league. That's really good.
Because this IKEA mattress has pressure-relieving memory foam and a comfy support system. And because my voice is so soothing, nice.
Is that PewDiePie on that commercial?
Well, I don't... Who's PewDiePie?
That's my Nature Valley lunchbox, and it's peanut-free.
Sorry, I don't know anything about current pop culture. I'm gonna apologize.
You know Billie Eilish, but you don't know PewDiePie?
Why? Because my friend made a joke about it sounds like William Eilish. I thought it was a guy. Then I had to look it up on Google. I sound like my dad. I had to look it up on the Google machine.
You've been putting videos up on YouTube for 2 years, and you don't know the most successful YouTuber?
What do you want? I don't know.
Guy has 100 million followers.
Well, I'm not one of them, clearly.
Definitely. You're not 9 years old.
What?
I said you're not 9 years old.
Yeah, I'm 31 going on 64. I still watch movies on DVD, man. yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah. My friend Eric called her William Eyelash, and I'm like, is that a singer or something? And then he's like, man, you gotta start Googling more stuff. And I guess I do. Especially Billie Eilish is from around here, too, where we live. Oh! Jones got a nice pop, but he spun out of it. Yeah, exactly. So why? Yeah, Billie Eilish is for 16-year-old girls. Good. I'm glad I didn't know who it was.
Why? You told me who it was.
Yeah, because my friend, because Eric told me. What do you want me to tell you?
Thanks for passing along that poison.
Well, William Eyelash was a funny joke. I don't know.
A-Rod throws it away on 2nd and 7.
Rejected by Matt Nagy on the sideline off the hop.
Devontae Adams was triple covered there, and he even counted all the guys. It looks like it's going to be a penalty against the Packers. That'll bring them back. Holding called up. What do you think they accept here to go 2nd and 17? Yeah.
They are repeating. Oh, that was a pretty big hole.
2nd and 17. We'll see what Green Bay dials up. A-Rod in shotgun. Aaron Jones splits out wide. They're in zone, which Rodgers could see because of that.
That's a
They
flag.
throw long.
Broke one on Jimmy Graham.
Collinsworth saying it's an easy call, but I don't think Jimmy Graham had a chance to even catch this.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Significantly hinders the receiver right there. Defensive pass interference.
It was, but he's not catching that ball. Rodgers puts himself in trouble there. I'm not sure if he was down.
I thought he was out, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure he was out. Look who made the play again. Roy Robertson Harris has been really good this game.
Well, I think it's because they're forcing him. They're forcing him to make the plays, and he's stepped up to the challenge.
The ref's making excuses for them.
Yeah, Gavin, that is true, but you got to remember, like, Seattle used him so stupidly. Like, it's unreal. Seattle was a run-first team, and they traded their center for a tight end, and they had a horrible offensive line anyways, so it hurt their run game. And don't forget, too, like, if you try and run to the strong side, and Jimmy Graham at that time was your lead block, he didn't have experience. He played 70% of the snaps at wide receiver. Why don't you just play him a wide receiver then? Seahawks just brutally misused him. That's more what it was. You know what I mean? He went from an offense that used his strengths to an offense that used his weaknesses. So, I mean, Jimmy Graham is a complete tight end now, but he's not. Those years of being a great pass catcher are more than likely behind him, unless there's some resurgence. He's got a touchdown this season. Or, I mean, this game, rather. And I guess this season, but...
And Jake said the Bears need to score on defense or it ain't happening tonight.
Yeah, it feels like that, too. It really does. Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis.
Dude, tight end's getting some love. Remember last year when I drafted Graham? Oh, did that not work out? And now this year, not so bad.
That's a good start for him. It's nice. He's a touchdown-dependent guy now. He's just not going to put up enough volume yards-wise.
Who's that?
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Like,
but in this game, which I felt like is more touchdown usage than all of last year. Oh, and the ball didn't.
it came out, and he got back on it. Oh my goodness. How did he get back on this?
This was an interesting play.
Rodgers did a good job stepping up in the pocket. Then he ran for the first down.
That was awesome by 21.
That was HaHa Clinton Dix punching the ball out. And the ball got stuck up on his helmet. And that's the reason why Rodgers was able to pick it up.
They're repeating third down. Wow.
This is good.
This is good. I feel like the protection for Green Bay has been pretty good, though, all things considered. Yeah, I know Rodgers got sacked 3 times, but I don't know, man. It's looked pretty good at times.
Well, the biggest problem with Chicago's defense is that defensive line is so talent heavy at the top that they don't have enough depth to keep it going for an entire game.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is the talent heavy at the top dips off. You get tired, man. Like, there's no defense that's good if they're tired. They don't exist.
As far as I can tell, Mack and Floyd have played pretty much every down.
It's a sack.
They get it done here. This is the thing, though, is on a third and long play like this, they can get it done.
You can set the hounds off on them.
That was a really good job by Floyd.
Man, I remember when Floyd used to be the best player on this defense, and he was a project player. Now he's like the 9th best player on this defense, so he doesn't have to.
He pulled this bull rush off against what most would consider as the best left tackle.
Yeah, not me, but I still think he's very good. Good job. Good job.
We got Leonard Floyd listed as an 84 overall. David Bakhtiari is listed at 90 overall. He got the better of him there.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with what Jake Jacobs said. Like, this defense they've got to score. Like, this Bears, I don't know why I'm overreacting, but this Bears offense has been
It has been bad.
It's bad, though. Like, bad.
I feel like the coaching staff needs to get a little more creative. Like, if they could be running the ball with a little bit more success rate.
And
like, they're still in this game. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, and you said it best, though, already. They should be doing design quarterback runs.
It would help.
Okay, at least balance it a bit better. I mean, and it takes one of their strengths, too.
It probably is the most dangerous thing that they could do on offense.
Yeah, for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that first, the first play of the first drive, they came out in some sort of like, what was it? That like the shotgun play where they had the running back, the Wildcat. And then,
yeah, you are right, Gavin. He was really creative, but like I mentioned earlier, it's like the Water Boy. Henry Winkler is the coach, just not he stole the plays from Andy Reid, and once that runs out, I mean, I guess this is what you got left. I mean, we're of course we're talking about one half of one game, but
yeah, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them for the whole thing. Glock Lesnar's chiming in. What's going on, Glock? He said Trubisky is awful.
So far, yeah. We don't like him either. We don't think he's that good. But, I mean, he's better than what he's playing right now.
Big Dick Donnie said Bears need to fucking score.
Yeah.
He's right.
He's right. He's not wrong. They need to sustain a drive. I don't care if they go to the 3 and get a field goal.
That's weird. It's not weird. You're weird. Your girlfriend looks like mom.
Eggs for lunch isn't weird. You're weird for thinking it's weird.
They're doing a commercial for The Masked Singer, and they have Jenny McCarthy judging talent. Is there anything ironic about that?
Glock saying that the Bears can't sustain drives, and it's true. They haven't been able to.
Here we
There
go. Nice run,
Positive
Mike
run
Davis.
from Mike Davis. 7 or 8 yards. The one thing I will say is that the Bears have had the ball longer than Green Bay this game, and it's going to wear on this Green Bay defense as the game continues on. They came to the line quick there. They're going to pick up a first down or be very, very close to
Well,
it.
he should be. Should be a first down.
I'd like to see them keep this pace.
I'd like him to go to a huddle again and run right up the gut. Go.
Mike Davis is bringing himself out of the game
Ah.
after 2 carries. But this is good. This is what we want to see from Nagy. They need to give their defense some time to rest. I think both teams need to. Neither team has been able to sustain any drives. Lesnar said good stop, so I'm guessing Green Bay gets them here. Yep. Trubisky took a knee to the head from Lancaster. Trubisky struggled with progressing through his reads. Good thing for NFC North is he'll have one good game and get paid $31 million a year. Yeah, that's a good point, Clock.
Well, they beat the Bucks though, right? They got 5 touchdowns. It'll be Trubisky's Ted Bundy moment.
That was a good stop. It's like Gavin said, they need to give their defense some time to rest.
3 and out. They got to score on defense. Go back to what Jake said.
Yeah, Glock, we put 1 unit, 1% of our bankroll on the Bears -3.
Bears.
Joseph Simmons says his mama's better than Trubisky. I would love to see your mom play, but I believe you.
We're overreacting here, don't forget. Like, this is just bad, right, so far. He's going to have good games and bad. I just,
Hey, you got a lot done this summer. You decided to redo the You promised to change that light. You're even primed to paint
Nice, you got Green Bay money line. It's looking good for you so far.
yeah, that's a decent play. It's only a 4-point game, but they have the ball.
What did you get it at? Probably around plus 150. Maybe like plus 165. Plus 154, nice.
That's a good. That's a nice. It's a nice. You're looking good right now.
Mini Wheats fills you up. Made with 100% whole grain and very high in fiber. It's big food for big days.
A plane crashed. I found a kid at the crash site. Okay, keep him with me. She says she doesn't remember anything. Listen to me. I'm gonna keep you safe. She's gone.
So for our picks, in our pick contest, 57% of people took the Bears -3.5, whereas only 43% took Green Bay at plus 3.5. Joseph Simmons says that Trubisky kind of reminds him of Mark Sanchez. When the defense left, so did the wins.
Yeah.
And Assad Green, what's going on, Assad? He got the Packers plus 167, an even
That's
better
even
price.
better, yeah.
I was basically betting on Green Bay defense to play well, but man, still they have impressed me so much so far. What a garbage game like preseason. Yeah, Jim.
Well, we
What
like.
site
It
is
depends
that?
if you like defense or not, Jim.
Glock, this is the Fat Guy and I's own stuff. So it's on BigRyanTheFatGuy.com. I don't have it all posted up there yet, but this is just highlights these two teams for now. I'm still working on putting it all together to have ready to be live. Packers running out of time here. Play action.
What a play by Hicks. What a play. Or is that 99? Who?
That's I don't have him listed here. Oh, it's
Aaron Lynch.
Yeah, sorry, I've got the yeah, Glock. We've put in a ton of work to it, but I'm not sure if you did already or not. But just make sure you join the pick contest. We're going to be having a leaderboard this year on the site, and eventually I'm going to figure out all this back end stuff so I can get you guys all the data, all the stuff we work on. Jim Foster, I like defense, but this is an anemic offense. Yeah, we have to agree. I took the Packers in your contest, but the Bears -3 tonight. Well, there you go. You can't lose. Hopefully they finish at 3, and then you'll win both sides, or at least push on one. And Jim Foster said 0 creativity on offense and no chances taken. I'd have to agree. The Bears coaching has just not been the coaching, and Trubisky's execution of it has not been good. Appreciate it, Glock. It hasn't been terrific from Green Bay as well. They just managed to put up a score on their time. You got Green Bay in your 3-team parlay also. Well, fingers crossed for that. Well, maybe we can get a return here. Cohen runs into his own guy. Yeah, thanks guys for joining us. It's been a good turnout so far to the stream.
Yeah, well, Bears got the ball back. There's more commercials in this game because there's more 3-and-outs than I ever remember.
Yeah, that's true. Without those sustained drives, you just don't get. There's just no flow to this game. It's about which team is shittier right now. Jim Foster said, "This is a sad way to start the NFL season. The NFL may be taken over by the XFL within 5 years if it continues to be soft and boring."
I don't know if that's the XFL, Jim. I don't know if you remember the short-lived from last time. My favorite part of the XFL in its only season was when they had to fight for the ball or who got it first. And then people would always get hurt doing that.
Glock says they should have let the Pats Steelers open up.
Well, how do you know? This was like the best game of week 1 last year, guys. Come on now.
Hyperbole.
Yeah, it was hyperbolic, yeah. Oh, look at this. Justin Trudeau, move forward or go back to the politics of the Harper years. Yeah, that's exactly what I would like. Thank you.
Jim thinks that the XFL is going to be more serious going forward.
Yeah.
It's hard to be less serious than they were before.
Yeah.
But yeah, they usually let the Super Bowl champs open season up. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't do that
They
this
stopped that, I think they stopped it last season. I forget why, but whatever.
They'll do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them picking these two teams. First team to double-digit wins. Yeah, that's probably how it's going to be. XFL may let them play more bigger hits and no penalties every other play.
Well, it'll be like the Ron Popeil products, you know. Lifetime guarantee, but then the company folds 5 years later.
Yeah.
So you don't actually have to cash in. So yeah, they should. No one's getting sued for CTE when they
What was it
don't
this summer,
exist.
the AFL? They just stopped playing halfway through the season?
Yeah, and they had some big cash injection, but I don't know what happened.
Well, the guy put in a bunch of money for, like, they had some sort of, like, data analytics, like a way for you to bet in-game that they were working on, and they figured it out, and they used the AFL to fund that, and then once they figured that out, they took that stuff and ran with it and stopped playing all the players. It's a pretty crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot more going on there than. At least is Vince McMahon still part of the XFL stuff
Yeah, he took out $100 million in personal stock.
in the XFL?
Yeah. I know, he took $100 million out of WWE in personal stock.
Yeah, he's just in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
There's always a chance. Vince McMahon's been too successful for it to.
He's a boss, man. Look, UFC has been taking... UFC can't sell a real fight as well as the WWE can sell a fake one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Not that I watch WWE anymore. I did when I was, 10.
We got that. We got the second look at that Trubisky back shoulder throw to Allen Robinson.
It's worked twice. The thing is, be careful now. That's where you get picked off. You got to snap it. Call timeout.
I'll just catch up on what everyone said. Gavin says, is the XFL that new league that came out last year, or is that something else? It's something else, Gavin. It's something that came out like almost 10 years ago, I want to say. And it was...
More than that.
It was not a success, let's put it that way. Jim Foster says, only reason we watch football is for gambling and fantasy. It's hard to argue that. That's...
Yeah.
I really like enjoying football, but it's once you start gambling,
it's
you're playing
magnified
fantasy,
when you gamble. It's magnified.
hard to get away, yeah. If Packers are down 10-7 in the clutch, Packers will win. Yeah, that's A-Rod's MO, I guess you could say. Hey, they threw a pass for more than 4 yards. That's true. And then here we go again, a second one. Nice to see David Montgomery.
Wow, okay, we got... Hey.
That helps Gavin's fantasy team. That's nice to see from him because I haven't got to see a ton of David Montgomery playing, but if he can make catches like that, that gives you a whole nother dynamic to this offense.
He was wide open, though.
He was, but he made a good hands catch.
And he held onto it nicely with one hand.
Also, I'm not sure why that corner or safety didn't come over and just rock him.
Yeah. Probably get a flag for being too hard. Hurting his fifis.
And then Glock said, imagine Mahomes with this defense. Yeah, it would be better than Mitch Trubisky, that's for sure.
It's his favorite to win the Super Bowl, that's for sure.
Gavin appreciates that pass for more than one reason. And Glock, you said this is your first year gambling? Well, have fun, man. Hope you enjoy it. The biggest advice we can give to you is just money management.
Yeah, money management is so important.
Stick with a certain unit size, like bet 1, 2, 3% of your bankroll. That's it.
Don't change. And don't change it
for the entire
season.
Don't
change it for the season.
That's how you'll get yourself in trouble.
Big Ryan and I lost a serious amount of money one year where we upped our bets when we were running hot. And then we started regressing to the mean and losing bets. So despite having a terrific winning percentage, we ended up down money. It was the biggest mistake we've made gambling.
Foster asks, do you guys think that the Rams can return to the Super Bowl and actually play offense this year in the big game?
Yeah.
We have the Rams as the
favorite to win the Super Bowl.
favorite to win the Super Bowl. I bet them. Take this, Foster. They have the Rams were only minus 148 to win the division, and we have them
a hot bet right now
as 3 or 4 wins better than any other team in that division, including Seattle.
Gambling's made up the majority of my living since 2009, so that's how I can answer that. I play a lot of poker too, though.
And we started gambling together in 2013, I want to say.
2012, I think.
Yeah, it was either 2012 or 2013 season, and we've been doing this stuff ever since.
The first iteration of our algorithm, let's say, predicted the Packers to win the Super Bowl the year that they did, and I put all the money I had in the world on gambling that year, and it worked out. And then I hooked up with Big Ryan, and he took it to a whole new level. So I was doing it on a TI-84 Texas Instruments calculator, and then he updated it because I'm a bit of a laggard. I know how to use a computer, but not super well. We're going to get a feel of Eddie Pinheiro, everybody.
Everyone's banking on Gurley getting hurt, but I like the rookie they drafted also, Darrell Henderson. To be honest, if Gurley doesn't play, it's not going to change too much of that team. They're still going to be winning games. They're coached very well. The defense is excellent. Having Gurley's like a cherry on top. It looks like they're going for it here on 4th and 10, or at least lining up for it.
Oh, we're like 10 seconds behind you, Glock. Glock, you gotta give us a little bit of a leeway, pal. We're like 10 seconds behind you.
Betting aside, what's our Super Bowl picks here? Let me see if I can pull it up for you, Clock.
Why don't you just throw it up, Dave? If you throw a pick, it doesn't matter. If they were planning on going for it, why didn't they just run the ball 4 times then? Hey, no problem, Glock. You don't know that. You don't know that we're 10 seconds behind. We're Canadian. We're always behind. Aaron Jones is best run of the night.
How much did he pick up?
9, 8.
Great stop off the booze. I have Chiefs versus Eagles in the Super Bowl. Those are two good picks, Glock.
We don't mind either of those teams. That wouldn't surprise us.
Jim says the Boo Birds are out. In fantasy, the handcuff is Mac Brown, not Henderson.
I don't think that's true.
We'll see. We'll see as the season goes along. They literally didn't kick the field goal. What the fuck? My bad. I got y'all. Glock Lesnar went out on a limb and picked the 2 big favorites. Hey, well. Sometimes you just can't get that creative.
Well, I mean, we
horses
want to take big dogs, but like it's just not in the cards sometimes. If you watch me week to week, though, I take what I like Miami this week. Can't get more doggy than that.
Joseph said 49ers is the sleeper team. Glock, the best thing you can do is join our pick contest because everyone makes their picks there. So then you can really trash talk in the chat once. If you're
which tends
at the
to
top
happen.
Of the leaderboard. So right now we have the Rams winning the most games, then the Saints, then the Patriots, then the Chiefs, Steelers, Eagles, Cowboys, Falcons, Jets, Packers, Panthers, Vikings, Bears. That's where we'll stop because that's about it. And then my playoff projections are only set up for the teams that make it, but we have inside of it, we got the Rams winning 33% of the time, then the Patriots at 19%, Saints at 15%, Chiefs at 13%, and then it falls off there with the Steelers, Eagles. It's just such a huge advantage coming first or second in the conference. So hopefully that was a little bit of insight into that. That changes, though, as the season goes along.
Yeah. Based on, like, even this game, the win percentage for one team goes to 1.
The Falcons are an excellent team. Their defense got hurt last year, and it made a difference. And then Matt Ryan is consistently one of the best quarterbacks in the league every year.
Matt Ryan has the highest over-under for passing yards as well. So that'll give you some insight into their offense should be good.
Those indoor teams seem to have a lot more of an advantage on offense and higher scoring games just with the good conditions every game. Looks like the Packers jumped. Is that Trevor Davis?
Yeah, 11. Yeah, Trevor Davis.
So Glock said the reasoning is McVay will not play anymore. He values in preseason he won't play, and they match the second round tender for Brown. He will be the guy if Gurley goes down.
That's not a bad hypothesis.
They'll probably use a little bit of both. I don't see anyone just taking over.
We're not down on the Packers. We have them winning more. Do we have them winning the division?
The Packers?
Yeah. I think
We do right now for wins.
Yeah.
For Gavin, to answer your question on who the biggest sleeper team is, I would have to say the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets is the biggest over-under bet. That's the I made 4 bets before the season, and one of them was for the Jets to win over 7 games. We see down on the Packers. If they can start the season 4-1 first 5 games, they're going to be dangerous. Yeah, you're always dangerous with Aaron Rodgers. It's just there's uncertainty with the coaching. We don't know what this coach is going to. We don't know if LaFleur is going to be good, if he's going to be bad, and we kind of have to wait and see.
You have to just assume like a baseline for coaching. I can't say I've been too impressed so far. They haven't even looked organized, the Packers. They're talented, no doubt.
Defensively, they've been coached very well this game.
Yeah, but that.
And then offensively, you got Rodgers, but as a collective whole,
they kept the same
I don't
D
know.
coordinators last year. Former head coach Cleveland Browns, Mike Pettin.
Foster's a huge Rams fan, so I'm on my Rams, but Philly may be a problem. I'm confident in Rams versus Kansas City this year.
Oh man,
Rodgers is going to turn this into magic.
there's some
LA.
hold.
Well, on 3rd and 17, this could be a big call. But it looks like it's on the Packers.
Declined.
They've declined it. 4th down. Chicago gets the ball back. Down 4. Assuming that it's a pretty good assumption to say that the Packers will probably punt coming into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's we like teams that aren't like generally aren't talked about too much, and that's a team that is definitely like that. The Jets.
Another bet I made that was a little bit surprising to us because it's not in our style, but we took the Miami Dolphins under 4.5 wins. And it's a tough one to take because you pretty much don't think any team's going to win more than 11 games or less than 5. But, man, that team is just... they've just cut any talent they have off that team. And they're... I was thinking about it today. And they've brought in a New England coach in Flores. And they're in the division with the Patriots. They know that they don't have a chance to win that division for at least a couple more years. And to me, they're starting to sell out to build a team for a few years down the road. If they have the chance to do that, great. But it's just they're doing everything they can to lose this year.
I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it the same as Big Rye. This is one we don't necessarily agree on. One of the few things, but we'll see. I just still think they're a professional football team. And it's going to be hard for them to win 5 games, but I think it's plausible.
Steelers is an interesting one, too. That was another bet I made. I bet the Steelers to win the division. They were about plus 150 to win the division, just in front of the Browns. But I have it as a 1.5 difference that the Steelers should win about 9.5 to 10 games, whereas we think the Browns will win about 8. So to get them at plus 150... to be better than the Browns, I'll take that.
Jim, the argument I'll make about that is I used to think that, but why do they keep winning in the playoffs then? Like they're just the best coached team. Like, yeah, it's easier to get to the playoffs, but they do well there.
Yeah, Jim said when will the punk ass Patriots actually get some competition in their division? Their division has been garbage for 15 years, and a red carpet always rolled out. And that's even more true this year. They've got the easiest schedule out of any team, and it's just not going to change this year. Even with the Jets making improvements and adding a lot of talent through the draft, it's just not enough yet.
It's hard for them to make the playoffs still too. Like none of that's easy.
Patriots are the biggest farce. Pats are assured 6 games a season in home field and playoffs.
And they don't beat Miami 2 games very often.
Yeah, I won't bet on it, but I got the Browns.
Browns are the most public team in the league right now, which is hard to believe.
And the fat guy and I are diehard Cleveland Brown fans.
We do like the Browns.
It's coming from fans of the team. It's not that we have hate for the team. It's just they've had this immediate rise and infamy with some of the players they've added, but it's another rookie head coach there. We really don't know what we're going to get from him.
Jim, but the counter is it's barely winning the playoffs, but they win. Like, you got 6 rings, Jim. Come on now. We can't argue this. We know this. They're just the best coach team. Is it an easy way to go? Yeah. And is it easy to hate the Patriots? Absolutely. But they're good. I don't know how else to put it anyway.
What makes the Patriots so good is the versatility, because they bring in veteran players that can play multiple ways. So when you go into a game with a strategy, you can change it in game and still have that success. You just don't get that.
all of the other thing too is this is an advantage. They get every troubled former first round pick for nothing. Like, and they get to they just stack their team with guys like that, and they pay them nothing too. And when they elevate above their pay grade, they get rid of them. Nice job, Robinson's had a nice game today.
Yeah, he has. You know who's been very quiet today? Is Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller hasn't got targeted, I don't think.
Not that I can remember. Glock says, horrible call by refs. It looks like they're going to call a roughing on Trayvon Williams. Yeah, the Patriots might get Antonio Brown when he gets cut.
Yeah, everyone's thinking that too.
I don't think so. But that could happen.
Williams going to get picked off just a little bit here as he tries to weave his way through some traffic of Blake Martinez.
It's a tough call. You start making the tackle inside of the field and you finish the tackle when he's out of bounds. That's tough. Good catch.
Nice
good throw.
catch.
Good catch. Good throw on the run.
Is that Miller?
That's Taylor Gabriel.
Yeah.
Kyle Long made an interesting block there.
Yeah.
He just kind of rubbed him out. Pun intended. That was an excellent catch. And Jair Alexander had excellent coverage. That was just nice to see all around. Hopefully this fourth quarter can make up for the first 3 as far as entertainment goes for you offensive fans. Yeah, if Brady goes down, that's going to be really tough for the Patriots.
That's standard. I mean, like...
The biggest problem with the Patriots coming into the season is this David Andrews injury at center. That really is a problem. They brought in 3 more linemen after all the cuts were made, and the rosters were trimmed down to 53. They actually, I think, made 2 trades. At least 1 trade for sure to get Jermaine Elaminor from Baltimore. So that's going to be the most interesting thing for New England. Is it actually puts a lot more emphasis on Brady making calls at the line for the center, which it would have been David Andrews' responsibility before that. The game is more boring than last year's Super Bowl, and I'm a Rams fan. Oh, I don't know. That Super Bowl was...
They're calling this... They're challenging it for pass interference.
On the offense?
Yeah. If you can't get this call wrong, it'll set a bad precedent for the entire league.
If anything, Jair Alexander was pulling on him before, but I don't know. They haven't... The whole preseason, they didn't make any of these calls.
Yeah.
So if they change it now, it'll be the talking point from now till Sunday.
That's barely a push off. You got to let him play a little bit, man. This would set a terrible precedent. Hey, I don't mind going back to the old days the way I liked it, before I was born, where everyone just clotheslined each other.
Well, even look at these stats. They had 15 called on the field, 0 were reversed, and only 7 were turned around in replay. So they've brought this rule in, but they're essentially not using it. So it's a huge waste of everybody's time. Is Cam Newton going to play Sunday? Yeah, he'll play.
Yeah, he'll be playing.
I think he is since it's only Rams -2.
Push and a little grab. That's football.
I like how they need a guy to hold up the surface. The surface should be put on a surface.
That would be the best job I'd have if I was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Think he was going to challenge any of those pass interference?
Oh, Glock, you're being a homer. Come on now. That was a right call the whole way.
Well, if you get charged a timeout, that's actually a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal.
I don't know why they decided to take that there.
I think the general rule this year is going to be if it is really obvious, they
Yeah, that's really what that call is.
when it comes to pass interference challenges.
Montgomery's open, and so is that. Oh!
No way.
There's no way that was intercepted.
That might have been. No, it looks like it hit the ground there. It's a hard angle to see it at. Darnell Savage. Savage looking like a future stud. No, that's an that was as close as it gets.
Yeah.
And Leno with a holding call. I believe it's Charles Leno. Yeah. I haven't got to see enough of Savage, but
So far, so good. Let's put it that way.
he almost made that play.
I'm amazed at the number of calls that are that close that officials get right.
They see ran out of bounds, too.
Savage is a savage.
An interception right there, but give him credit.
1st and 20.
I hope this is holding on Green Bay.
It looks like Chicago's been attacking Trayvon Williams this game. They get him there again with Tariq Cohen.
And this one's against the Bears. They are starting to self-destruct here.
Yeah, it always feels like the good players have cool names.
Yeah, okay.
By James Daniels, who switched with Cody Whitehair, center and guard positions this year for the Bears.
Wants to see what the Packers want to do.
Man. Charles Leno with back-to-back penalties on this drive. Darius Smith.
Oh, that was so obvious, too.
This is kind of where you want to see, like, maybe some of those, like the Andy Reid famous wide receiver screen.
I tell you, there was another one inside. Or multiple fouls.
Come on, you got time!
Oh!
Oh!
This is terrible.
Oh!
He pushed off.
Flag.
He definitely pushed off on that.
I don't know if Max vanished. He has a lot of attention. They're getting sacked, so.
It's going to be it's 50 yards for the
Yeah.
moment, but now they're coming back.
It's 1st and 40.
Yeah. That was, I'll give you this, Glock. That was pass interference. That's a push off for sure.
Whoa! That was, I don't know. That was barely touched him.
No, that was a
man.
push off.
Yeah.
You smell a Trubisky.
He just said
pick.
that's what Mitch can do. Oh, get real. That was oh, jeez.
Well, he made the play inside the pocket. The actual throw was.
It's so questionable. Cohen's been a little ball droppy today.
Yeah. With the fumble at the start. It's 1st in Canada. Bakhtiari is very good. Yeah.
They don't have the money, Jim. Like it's a lot. They don't have the money for that. Because they're trying to sign like they signed Goff, they signed Gurley. They don't have the money for that. They have Donald under contract. They have all their guys. They have Cooks under contract. They're going to have to sign Corey Littleton, I'd imagine, too.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nagy went for it on 4th down or kicked it on 3rd down with how this game's going.
Yeah, it might be overkill, though. Jacksonville added Josh Allen in the draft. I think they're pretty set. I'm trying to think of a defense that would put them over the top. Clowney and Dallas would actually do it.
Seattle's one of the teams.
Seattle is one of the teams. It helps Seattle a lot.
It would have helped the Saints a lot.
Yeah, Saints is a good one.
Patriots.
Yeah, Glock, but don't forget Flacco has a ring, and that's what people want. Yeah, the Chiefs, though, they have Chris Jones and Frank Clark. They've got some guys. This defense needs to score. There's no other way around it.
Clowney on the Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs already made their move to get Frank Clark.
After the game, the two punters are going to be in the ice tank.
Man, I'm telling you. And this is going to be against the...
My guess it's on Tremont Williams.
Sure sounds like it. 38's his number, I believe.
11:48 left in regulation. 4-point game.
Who do you have for rookie defensive player of the year? I know who your dark horse is.
Well,
Dexter Lawrence.
My dark horse would be Dexter Lawrence. Devin Bush looks like the most likely. I'll have to agree with you. Devin Bush, Devin White. Dexter Lawrence looked incredible in preseason if you watched. I don't know if he'll make that big of an impact on the Giants, though, but it was interesting to me, to say the least.
And there's also a guy we didn't bring up who was maybe considered the best prospect in the draft in Quinnen Williams.
Quinnen Williams, yeah. Yeah.
A strip sack would help, Jake. But here, I can show you another thing that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Telvin Smith's the best linebacker in the league, I felt, up until his retirement. And then Shazier was really good. Devin Bush looks good. No, we don't watch college football, unfortunately. There just isn't enough time for us. So there's been a lot of bad beats from what I've read on Twitter, so in college in particular.
It's a long-term game. It's not a game. It's my retirement. It's my family's future.
Oh, bad beats is something you're going to experience a lot this year if it's your first year betting.
So Devin Bush, Devin White, Quinnen Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Nick Bosa, Josh Allen, Clelin Ferrell, and Rashawn Gary. Christian Wilkins as well from Miami. Those are probably the favorites to win it. Jonathan Abram, another guy who has a chance. With
Montez Sweat is an interesting one too. Oh, it's not a bad question, Glock. It's when everything's going in your favor and you get beat at the last second. It's more or less.
A bad beat means it's statistically likely that you're going to win, and then you don't.
Yeah, you're like a heavy favorite and you lose. That's pretty much it.
For an example, when Atlanta was up 28-3 in the Super Bowl, they had a, 90% chance?
No, 97.
97% chance.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying not to bring it up because this would be a bad bait if the Bears covered 3.5. Well, you can't really do that. We can't change what's going to happen in this game.
Well, the Packers are winning this game despite being 2 for 10 on third down because the Bears are 1 for 11 on third down. There have not been conversions. There has not been.
Yeah, Joseph put it a good way. It's just a game you lose with a lot of bad luck that you should have won.
Yeah.
The Bears defense could force them to kick out of their own end zone. Could flip this game.
Meanwhile, Devontae Adams just limped off the field.
How did Davis get in that zone so nicely?
He did.
Adams limped off the field.
And then Eddie Jackson tried to...
Adams can't play. If you limp off the field, it's miss a play, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Fuller, what are you doing?
Play fake that time by Aaron Rodgers sucked up the linebackers, and there was nobody home in the middle of the field.
Rodgers out to the 35.
Good play by Roquan.
Over the right side. Jones for a couple. Tackled by Mack. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it's a different look for the Green Bay Packers on offense.
A-Rod is a bad man.
Watch these guys play with 2 tight ends on the field. And one of the things that Aaron Rodgers talks about is that this is an offense that has a lot of options built into it. So when they were all the conversation about is he going to audible out of plays and all that kind of stuff, said the audibles are built into the thing. And the one time that they're really not as much is when they're in the 2 tight end set as they are right now.
2nd down and 8.
They had to use their last time out here, which could be a big deal going forward in
No,
this
it's
game.
delay a game.
Oh, they took the delay game instead?
Delay of game here.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And remains
Well, they keep their timeout.
13. 10 penalties for 71.
One field goal definitely helps.
Regardless, that play that got him off the goal line with the way that the Packers defense is playing will loom large.
We've had 9 sacks in the game. No turnovers. 2nd down, 13.
What a play.
Rodgers throws before he crosses the line of scrimmage. And to the 40-yard line goes Robert Tonyan, the number 3 tight end. Makes his first
Robert Tonyan getting snaps.
and that takes
A-Rod's behind the line, so that's going to count.
yards
How can he throw? He throws it so effortlessly.
to the Chicago 40-yard line.
But that's when Rodgers
The O-line did a great job there, gave Rodgers the time to make that play.
brawl the linebacker underneath coverage, forcing him to come up and play Rodgers.
Defense looks tired.
Well, you see the linebackers, they had their arms on their hips.
Lewis is getting a lot more work in the pass game than he has in years.
Yeah, that's true. The fat guy definitely agrees with you, Clock, that A-Rod's the most talented
He's
quarterback
the best
ever.
quarterback ever, I think.
It's really a great read here by Leonard Floyd on the outside. He's going to see what looks like an inside zone block coming at him. And then when he sees it, he's just going to peel off on Mercedes Lewis, who's lost about 15 pounds out here. But that
He's got Leonard Floyd on him. That's a good matchup.
hole,
Well, Floyd read the play and
that was a huge play.
dropped down.
2nd and 10.
Pitch. Oh, these hits are good.
Well, they've got Clinton Dix, Eddie Jackson, Roquan Smith, and who else is there? Danny Trevathan?
Roquan Smith makes the
Yeah.
3rd
It's a lot of heavy hitting guys.
Of course, every 3rd down now becomes really big. Clock
That's a big play.
time off the clock right now. They come up to the line.
Is that Aaron Lynch with
Yeah,
the sack?
Aaron Lynch again. He looks
Rogers
huge.
is saying there's a flag on the play. Yeah, Mahomes could overtake him, but
And we can't
there's still,
speculate just
still
yet.
a lot of time for him to prove it.
19-yard line on the near side. So that would be a sixth sack of Rodgers pending the outcome here.
It looked like Devontae Adams kind of got hooked right here.
Well, if he hooked him when he's already on the ground, it doesn't matter.
That's Kyle Fuller
I'm not sure why they're talking about this. It's like it's either a penalty or it's not.
with a sidebar going on here.
They pick up the first down for an illegal contact call. Joseph says, damn, this Bears defense is good.
When they had that conversation there, I mean, it looked pretty obvious.
They got a lot of high-end talent. Glock said he'll low-key sell his soul for a field goal.
It's pretty cheap. It's a pretty pretty cheap for the devil to swing that one. I don't think it's tough.
Geronimo Allison, they only have 10 guys in the huddle, so he comes in to complete.
That Goldman? Yeah, I don't remember seeing Goldman this whole game.
He was on to start the game, but he hasn't played as much as Robertson. Roy Robertson Harris.
Really one of the better run defenders in all of football, and he just had no problem at all with laying
Excellent.
What a good play, man.
him aside. Makes a fourth tackle in the backfield. Those arms extended, and there he is. He's been doing that for a long time for this defense. He and Akeem Hicks, two of the better guys in the league.
It's always nice to start off 1-0. Glock said Eddie Goldman went to his high school.
Who's it? Oh, did he?
Eddie is good against the run, but struggles sometimes rushing the quarterback. His college tape, it looked like he was excellent at both.
Yeah, we loved him. Yeah, Fowler did a nice job at the end of the year, but he needs to continue that success.
That was a nice pickup by the Rams. 3rd and 11 here. A big play for the Packers.
Oh, you're gonna get your wish. You're gonna get your wish. Oh,
So for this last 5 minutes, there's really not going to be a reason for the Bears to punt unless it's another 4th and 40.
Yeah, I think that one, you have to do this, right?
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's 5.5 to go.
Are we going to see a block?
Maybe a little different story here, too.
it's
No.
good.
Crosby hits it.
Thanks, Satan.
At least your soul's in the same place mine is now.
I was long ahead of you guys. I didn't sell it. He just has it for all my misdeeds.
Packers, Chiefs, Pats, parlay. The one you got to worry about is the Chiefs. Do you have the money line, or do you have them -2.5 or -3?
People were just going for it. There were crowds, a whole bunch of people dancing. This bloke brings some homemade wine. Before you know it, it's 3 a.m. and we're like, how did that happen?
If the game goes to OT, it's a tie. Maybe. We'll see.
I eat eggs anytime, real quick.
That's weird.
It's not weird.
All 3 on the money line.
Looks like mom.
Oh, yeah.
Eggs for lunch isn't weird. You're weird for thinking it's
Well, the Packers statistically is the hardest one to hit, so hopefully the Chiefs and Pats can pull through for you.
I have this pillow because I broke 2 chairs here. No word of a lie. And I'm sitting on my grandfather's chair he bought for his dorm in college 70 years ago. So it's very uncomfortable. So I put a chair underneath it. Oh. It's a very solid hardwood chair. And I'm probably going to get hemorrhoids unless I replace it, which I will at some point.
That's the sort of thing that can destroy more than one career. Did you do what you're accused of? No, we're going to try.
Philly and Seattle.
But I can't tell if this is
Yeah.
Get into All Rods. Premieres Monday, September
Oh, yeah. Once you start gambling a lot, though, Glock, it doesn't matter. You don't really care. Because it's just a play. I don't know. It's not our style, Jim. I mean, we don't mind the money. It's not necessarily the money. We just don't like parlaying 2 favorites. We
Well,
don't like parlaying, period.
There's a reason why we don't like parlaying, because the math is not against you.
Not with you. It's against you.
So every team that you add to a parlay, they add juice to your return. So over the long term, the bigger parlays you do, the less likely you are to have success. There's no such thing as a can't lose in this industry.
There's nothing, yeah. Look, week 2, Minnesota. Minnesota, 14-point favorites. Oops.
Well, even
17-point favorites.
Seattle not that long ago against Arizona at the end of the year.
Yes.
Glock says, I have anxiety in real life, and watching these games makes me so anxious. Yeah, it's betting
Yeah,
games
it probably
like this,
will, Jim. It probably will win. Like, we know it's a big favorite.
betting games like this makes you feel alive.
You guys got to hurry up, Bears.
Josh Allen's the White Vic. Glock sounds like a snowflake. Jim calling you out, Glock.
Go out of bounds, Davis. Apparently he did.
It's funny how it feels like the Bears have already lost this game and it's still a 1 score.
You sound... I feel like they're both accurate. Nice. Oh, man. Did you see 18's block, Gabriel? He rolled around on the ground to get in the way.
Did he?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You got to be creative when you're, 5'6" and
Yeah.
170 pounds?
Look, watch this. Watch 18.
This comes back to that theory that Green Bay's defense has been on the field so long. Ugly.
A little Bubba Sparks at the end of that.
This is why you bet 1 unit, because shit like this, yeah. You bet games, you just bet single games. You bet small. And you build over time.
It's exactly how you do it. I completely agree. It's how we do it.
I'm liking this snowflake boomer talk. This is right up my alley.
Oh, Glock, we're like 10 seconds behind you, pal. Come on.
They didn't look in at first glance. He might have
You
actually.
gotta run. You gotta run the ball here.
Oh, does a shoelace count as down?
Oh yeah.
They do challenge it. And you know where this is big is they took that delay a game call earlier instead of using their timeout. And if they used that timeout, they wouldn't have been able to challenge that play.
Terry, your initial analysis is.
It looks like he only has the left foot down when he gains control of the football. And then the rear end and elbow.
No problem, Glock.
Green Bay challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
Well, it was 2nd and 10. If they don't win this, it's 3rd and 10.
With the Freestyle Libre system, you can check your glucose levels anytime, anywhere. Just scan the sensor to see your current level and trends and manage your diabetes. Order yours today at freestylelibre.ca.
You can't be serious with Twizzlers.
If Kim could talk, she'd tell you all about good food and how she's trying new recipes every week and eating more healthy meals. It's rude to throw shade with your mouth full, Kim. Good food. Try Canada's #1 meal kit on makegoodfood.ca.
Lowe's knows you're
No. Big Rye has a degree. I went for like 3 years, but I never finished. So yeah, we're both in our 30s, early 30s.
We have every major appliance you can think of with unbeatable prices on the brands you want. So happy hunting and never compromise. Until Wednesday, it's the big appliance sale on all major appliances. Plus, get free delivery. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
Yeah.
Well, Glock, you're getting in pretty early then for gambling.
Yeah.
What made you decide to start?
Well-known fertility doctor used his own sperm to father countless children.
You did terrible harm. My mom was a patient of your father's. Let's find out if I share a special bond with a stranger. How's our father doing? I'm just dying to get to know him. People wanted answers. I wanted answers.
They take me down. Those stray.
This what this show is based on. Did you hear about that guy that did that?
What?
He had like 70 kids. 'Cause he was a doctor at a sperm bank. He was using his own sperm.
They've made a couple movies about that very concept. But
That's like
child.
you got into it by your friend's dad. He's very risky.
We're not that risky. We're gonna tell you right now, Glock. We're not that risky.
Chicago's ball. 3rd down and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The only thing, of course, is that Green Bay's now out of challenges, but
Very risky means we'll go broke at some point. That's what that means.
at this point, 3rd down and 10 now back to the 49-yard line.
Big play.
And only a 3-man rush this time. 8 drop back. And the pass is caught.
That was one of
Good,
the
good. You got it.
better plays from Trubisky.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some advice. If you're a reader, Glock, there's a chapter in this book right here. I'm gonna hold it up. The Mathematics of Poker, about bankroll management. It shows. It gives you an understanding of what like Kelly Criterion is. Then there's another book that you should get. This one, Sharp Sports Betting by Stanford Wong. It's a pretty important book when it comes to this craft. So I would suggest getting both of those books. Okay, please get the Mathematics of Poker. I know you don't read poker, but there's 15 pages in the beginning that are really important.
And just follow along with us. That guy has lots of interesting tidbits that
Yeah.
he gets from those books that he drops into all the things we do.
I probably read close to a book a week, and I've read probably a couple hundred, I would say.
And I'd say 70 of those are gambling books.
Yeah. This is what I mean, or about gambling psychology, or all sorts of stuff. So that pertain to this. Yeah.
Large. 3rd and 2.
You got to
How are they doing this?
Well, it's a combination of a higher paced offense with some purpose and a tired defense.
Yeah, Glock, please do that, please. Big Rye, I would say, is I've been excellent at making money most of my life, not as good at keeping it. Big Rye, on the other hand, is an expert at bankroll management, but he really just takes to heart the things that we both know.
And I had to learn the hard ways.
Yeah, he did. There has been a few dollars squandered here and there, to be honest. I do read cooking books too, Big Dick Donnie. Yeah, you don't get this fat by not cooking a little bit. French too. French cooking is the best because you get a big blob of butter and everything.
And who doesn't like to read a good cookbook in an accent? When you read a book, what's the inner voice like?
That's the worst part, because I have to have something under the background. Otherwise, I hear this voice, a worse version of this voice in my head. It's unbelievably irritating.
I don't think they were shy about talking about Mike Davis getting a lot of work compared to these guys, but a lot of the prognosticators are always excited about the rookies coming into play.
No, I don't read smut, unfortunately, Glock. The articles aren't very good. I could write better than those guys. Oh, this is tough.
To this point in the game, you're down by 7. Alexander with the coverage on the play.
Yeah, they definitely caught the ball, but it's going to get
Here we go.
another step or two got down. Right call.
Picked up by number 31, Adrian Amos. So the nice part is the Bears still have all 3 timeouts. We just hit the 2-minute warning with 1 minute 58 seconds left. Excellent pick by Adrian Amos. Packers win, drive safely. The game's not over yet.
They might be ahead, so I don't know.
Big dick energy. Adrian Amos revenge game picked off by the guy we let go. Yep. Because Chicago still has all 3 timeouts, this game isn't done yet, but it's now it would be a bad beat. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, this would be a serious beat if you lost this one, Glock. This would be a serious bad beat. That means it'd have to be ridiculous for you to lose now.
Have you been playing in the makeup? No.
You made a mess? No. Did Connor make this mess? Did you write on the floor with the marker?
That was a funny commercial, at least.
Parents don't always get a straight answer, but when it comes to what you feed your kids, Maple Leaf Natural Selections puts the ingredients right on the front of the pack, and that's something we're proud of.
Yeah, it was a bad decision by Trubisky. Being third and 10, he felt like he had to try to make a play, and it just didn't happen.
Because this IKEA mattress has pressure relieving memory foam and a comfy support system. And because my voice
Just depends on the game. We like to bet spreads more than money lines. But if you like an underdog and the spread's 2.5, I take a money line.
There's also here in this book, well, I'm going to show up again. There's charts for what spreads and money lines are, like what their values are. And if one's off by, let's say, a few percentage points, you can just bet on whichever doesn't line up accordingly, because there's a direct chart.
And then I'll show you this as well. It's a tool I've been working on that kind of compares like what's better to take, a spread or a money line. So for instance, this weekend, as far as road teams go, Atlanta's the best one. but there's more at this current line. There's more edge on the spread at plus 3.5 because you have a 10% edge compared to a 9.8% edge on the money line. So it's really whatever the math says. So they pick up a pretty good chunk of yardage here on first down with that run. This is where the Bears defense has to make a difference. If you want to be considered the best defense in the league, you gotta make sure this is a 3-and-out. You use your 3 timeouts and at least give your offense a chance to throw another pick. Well, it's a difference getting that jump ball with Robinson than it is getting the jump ball with Jimmy Graham. Second and 5 here for the Packers. They throw the ball incomplete.
Oh, that's
which
a
is
big
kind
deal,
of a big
guys.
deal. I think win or lose, Mitchell still be kissing titties. That's my guess. It's a weird concept, but girls don't really care if you win or lose.
Well, they also don't know.
There you go.
Female Bears fans, I'm sure, don't know who won this game.
I don't know. We'll see if my wife leaves me tonight that I lost this bet.
I don't think this bet has anything to do with it.
So they make this stop on
Timeout.
3rd
They're
and
gonna
5.
get a minute 45.
So they have a minute 45 and a timeout still to tie this game.
Oh, Joe, we're not doubting that. Okay, we're just saying there's a chance. You know, in the words of Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, that incompletion really helps out. Aaron Rodgers made the read that was the right play, and it was, but it was incomplete. You could tell, if my memory serves me right, it was Mercedes Lewis who made that drop.
Look at the liver spots on Chris Collingsworth's hands.
And they're going all out to block this punt. I'd love to see this guy's coming inside like, I'm not blocking. And they're going to get a return here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, too bad.
It's a flag against the Bears, too.
Is it?
Yeah. AB is a moron. I don't know what else to say. He's maybe the best receiver ever, aside from Moss and Rice. But he's just a complete moron. Most of the guys at the position are ridiculously stupid. Melvin Gordon should fire his agent, by the way. Yeah, I'm allowed to slander him all I want to. I drafted him too, by the way. This stuff's just hilariously stupid.
Quite the punt.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Gavin. You can't. Getting 2 yards and losing 15 seconds makes no sense. You won't be able to get Mike Davis till Wednesday, Clock. Frank Gore's a guy to get tomorrow.
Oh my goodness. Did they stop the clock? Like, what happened here? Oh, okay. They did stop the clock. This is so bizarre.
Why'd they give him a free run at this?
I'd be very upset if I was a Packers supporter.
It's not even close.
Whatever.
Those are good
That's
running backs.
that plays a lot better than the last one. Carry on Carson, Nick Chubb is a good combo. The tough part with Mike Davis is he's going to play like 40% of the snaps. It's just not going to be enough. But it depends on your league.
Hey, Glock, come on, pal. Oh. Oh.
The thing with PPR for Mike Davis is he doesn't get a lot of receptions.
No. Game over.
That's game. Well, congratulations, Glock, on your first win. Yeah, everybody's celebrating Pettin.
What a play. To think I had hoped this guy would be better than Jay Cutler. Yeah, we are going to do this on Sunday. Yeah, this was gross, BDD. What a joke.
Judging by Green Bay's sideline, this was a big game for them. This game meant a lot to Green Bay. Have a good night, Donnie. Thanks for sticking up late with us. That'd be a nice win, Glock.
Yeah, that would be. You shouldn't parlay in the future, but just give you a heads up. All right, I think we're going to end this broadcast, though, gentlemen.
Yeah, remember, if you haven't, get your picks in on BigRyanTheFatGuy.com, and just keep checking out our channel, Twitter, whatever else. Anything else, Fat Guy?
Nothing, not much I can think of, to be honest.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. See you later.